So, is a female monopoly, is it empowering or patronising?
I'm sure it's going to inspire many, many female entrepreneurs. I just think it's defeating the object. We never wanted women to get more money than men when they pass go. We just wanted to be treated equally. That's what we are fighting for.
Yeah.
But to me, again, you've got your table of people. Who goes, I've got a great idea of Ms. Monopoly, where the woman gets more money for passing go, and suddenly it's in the shops and people have agreed to it. I just think it completely defeats the object, and I think it's a waste of time.
Don't you think it's funny that it was being launched in America and it's got this very white, pale pink looking woman?
Are you offended by it, Syra?
Do you know what? In the meeting, I was with you two, but actually I've thought of this in a really different way.
Okay.
And if you think about it, female entrepreneurship in this country is still struggling. And I think this is about putting a positive spin on women owning businesses, because the women still face many challenges. And one of them is funding. The other one is to be taken seriously.
Yes.
I know loads of women who go to banks for investment for their business ideas and they go, oh, because she's a woman, OK? And because they don't believe that that idea is going to work. I mean, it probably will do, but the fact that women's doing it, it puts people off. Also, owning your accomplishments, coping with family and life balance. This is all... I know it's a bit of a joke.
Monopoly,
Hold on.
About that.
I know, but it's an introduction. I know it's not, but it's an introduction to actually... If you read what this game is doing, it's saying that it wants... In this game, they want you to invest more in female... or encourage you to invest in female
women
businesses.
Who've played Monopoly over the years, as it normally was, have absolutely failed in life?
No,
because there was
I was a whiz at Monopoly from the word
look at
go.
Janet, there
and
you
look
go.
at me, success
but
story. I take no prisoners. I only want...
But not everybody is like you, OK?
Yeah, but you've
and
got to
that
be
you keep
abrasive.
saying that, you know, you've done it. Fantastic, you're a role model, but not every woman is like you. And if you look at the FTSE 100 in this country, in 2019, women are still underrepresented. I understand that this game, it may be like, oh, you know, equality. In the business world, it is not.
But isn't there a marketing policy of it that women, you know, what I've read from the marketing ploy is women get more than men for passing go. That is not...
They say women get $240 for passing go, but men still receive $200.
But to me, that's defeating the object. That's the point that I make. It's not about women saying that you've got to make more than men. It's about being treated equally. So maybe that's a marketing tool aspect.
I think what it's saying is that women have had to work in many instances a lot harder and have had to prove themselves a lot harder to get to that place as a man.
But
and
with
so
all
the
due
effort has to be
respect,
recognised.
Their mindset has to be formed at school, not playing a dumb board game that's got a woman on the front that frankly looks like a throwback from a Doris Day movie crossed with Frozen. I mean,
I think the messaging behind it is positive, and I actually, you know what, I applaud it. I genuinely
That's really
do applaud
interesting.
it.
I didn't think that you would feel that way, because especially as someone, you know, you came to prominence on our TV screens through working on the Apprentice. You run your own business, so therefore, when you do go out into the business world, surely I totally appreciate that the playing field is not level. And while it takes a woman, and you know, statistically, eight times more visits to even be taken seriously by a doctor, never mind a bank manager, totally appreciate that it's not a level playing field. But to automatically give any female members playing more cash, award them more for passing go. Surely it's just as disingenuous as if it was the other way around.
If you look at the way women have become represented in politics, in business, and whatever, we've had to have positive, what's the word?
It is positive
discrimination. Because it's not a level playing field, and because of that, we've had to encourage women
I think
into
it's pitiful that we have to rely on a board game.
Well, it is.
Well,
not only that, Sarah, you must therefore agree with today's news that in Leicestershire, Fireman Sam is no longer being used as a mascot.
I'm very happy about
Lincolnshire. It's Lincolnshire.
Very happy about that.
You know, because, and I do agree with this wholeheartedly, there are not enough men applying for the fire service.
Women.
No, there are not enough men applying. They're trying to recruit more women. There's not enough men applying, and they're trying to recruit more women. And they basically are saying that they cannot have a little mascot of Fireman Sam, as they are now called firefighters, and this is alienating women from the fire service. Now, is this a step too far? Those who watched an earlier ITV programme this morning will probably be sick of this topic because a certain person was on a rant about it. But what do you...
Oh, no, hang on a minute. But isn't Fireman Sam kind of asexual? Am I allowed to say that? He's not really, you know, he's a toy.
I don't understand how...
Let's get it in proportion.
The thing is, just because we live in this modern world and we are challenging stereotypes and we are asking for, you know, things to be different, it doesn't mean we're all politically correct, gone mad. You know, what we're doing now in the modern world is being inclusive.
All right, so you'd go around all the football teams in the country,
well, now
make sure that all their mascots were boys and girls and not too many dogs or people dressed up as bags of chips or whatever they are.
Janet, growing up in the 70s...
you can take it too far.
Janet, growing up in the 70s and 80s, I can honestly tell you that I was blind to all of that. But now that I have children, I have a boy and a girl, I am all for making sure that our kids don't go through the sort of stereotypes and some of the stuff that I went through. Because it was unfair and it was very
Fire Brigade is a woman. And the head of the fire services at the recent Whaley Bridge flooding disaster was a woman too. And you know what? The woman at Whaley Bridge, good on the firefighters.
Yeah.
The woman at Whaley Bridge was criticised for having the wrong hairstyle. Thought to be too punky.
Which goes back again to you saying it's not a level playing field because a man wouldn't get
exactly.
criticism.
That's the whole point. So we should be inclusive, and that sort of thing should not be happening in today's world.
All right.
Bye, Fireman Sam.
Bye.
Oh, is that curtains for Basil Brush as well, then? Just